Okay, so I thought about something else. I was making myself some soup because I was eating ice cream and I was like really, really cold. And then I decided to make myself some lentil soup. Um, and while the microwave was going, I was walking back and forth, like kind of pacing, because I was thinking about, um, I don't know, I was thinking about like dairy products or like I don't know, just wondering about antibiotics or the antibiotics in the feed that they give the cows and the animal or that they give them to eat like the chicken and stuff. And yeah, I was like thinking about it. And I always wondered about that, like the antibiotics and stuff. And I know that hormonal imbalances or hormonal, like guys end up getting like more stuff up here and I mean, I don't know if it happens to everything, but or everyone, but growing up, I think some kids end up having that hormonal imbalance, and I always wondered about what happens in the long run to individuals who eat, like meat and chicken from these joints, from like Tyson and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it's totally negative, but I always wonder about it. Like, okay, what's the positive side to that? So I don't really know. I don't really have answers for that. But I was thinking about that. What I was doing was I was walking like back and forth. I was just going from like the microwave and back, and I was thinking about this at the same time. And I'm listening to like my thoughts in the air. I'm listening to spirit, and they were they like the ideas came quicker, and the voices sound a lot more clearer when there's like a wind tunnel created. It was like I could think so much better with a wind tunnel, and it's like if it's not windy outside, it's important to be a moving solution. So it's like they keep telling me moving solution, and I think what that means is that in order to find the truth, you have to you can't just, I mean, I guess you could just sit and think about it, but it's like when you move while you're thinking, something happens that's different. It's like by moving, by moving something else, like the whole autism thing. It's like they're constantly doing something else, or like, they're tapping like this. And it's like whenever I lose something, right? And I got like say a pen in my hand, I'm like click, 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 because it's like I lose the moment for a second, but at the same time I'm in the moment because I'm like searching my mind pockets, my memory banks, for where it could possibly be. So it's like what I learned in that moment was not really about antibiotics. I mean, that's still another issue that I don't know, I could recover. I need to recover, cover in another film. But it's like creating a wind tunnel for yourself if it seems like the doldrums. You know what I mean? Like by moving your body, some kind of chemical reaction happens. Like something happens to where you're totally zoned out, or you're in the zone, and it's like everything seems clear, and it balances your emotions, and it keeps your emotions at bay so that you can actually find the truth. Because I'm not saying like emotions can't be used in it, because I think that's the drive that you have in order to reach goals. But sometimes when you get over emotional, it tends to, well, I mean, even when you get over emotional, it tends to like root up all that crap, like, not crap, but all that stuff you've been harboring, like also in other people. Like when you freak out on a certain person and you're just like, I can't take this. I can't take this anymore. F this, F that, you know what, F you too, and I'm quitting my job. And, sometimes when you just do something outlandish, you know what I mean? Uh, don't worry about it, because I feel like a lot of good comes out of those moments when you just like freak out hardcore. It's like in that moment you now have told that person you got a decision to make. You can either express yourself. It's like now they've been given this decision on how they want to express themselves. But sometimes it's like by just doing it, even if it's like really aggressive or whatever, and you just kind of yell it out. You just like use your lungs and you yell it out. It's like some sort of energy distribution that happens, because it's like even though you said it because you really wanted to say it, you never really know like what the bigger picture is. Like maybe they can sense that there's something not okay, and they just want to know what it is. And it's like, you know, maybe you're telling them something they needed to hear, you know? Maybe there's way more to that picture than we really think it is. Like, we think it's just us expressing ourselves, but maybe they needed to hear that. You know, maybe your words literally uncovered like some deep harbored feeling about somebody or something in their life, and they need to root that up so they can just like accept it and move on from it. I'm saying this mainly because I just had an episode like, well, not an episode, but I was like frustrated because I was trying to take a nap. I couldn't take a nap, and I don't know. It was like totally ridiculous. You know, it's like a ridiculous emotion, but it ended up uprooting like a few things that I was like, oh wow, you know, I hadn't thought about that in a while, and I got like kind of upset about it, and I was like, well, you know, I got to pick myself back up, and I got to keep going with it, 'cause that's the dealio. It's like just getting back up and keeping going. And also, there's something about something about whispering that makes me think of static electricity or like static. It's like such a high frequency. It's such a high frequency that it makes me think that that's what whispering is. It's that white noise, that white static. I don't really have much more to say on that than that. I just thought I'd throw it out there. Um, yeah, okay. That's all I had to share. Thanks for watching.